My favorite quote is, if I don't have to do it and I don't want to do it, I'm not gonna do it. No rules gardening. So what is he doing with a shovel full of dirt and a plant? Well, it's Friday. My house, what do we do on Fridays? We plant. We plant all summer long. No rules. I'll show you what I'm gonna do with this dirt. Come on. What is no rules gardening? It's not ignoring the basic biology that goes on in a garden. It just gives you the opportunity to experiment. Right here, this zinnia got knocked over in the same rainstorm that took that branch down the other day. Although we still have some really good growth, it didn't break it completely off, it just snapped it. Part of it doesn't seem like it's coming through very well, but I went ahead and took one of my zinnias out of one of the containers and we're gonna plant here next. That way we'll have another zinnia, but I'm also gonna take this soil and we're gonna try to apply it like a Band-Aid right here. So I'm just moving this mulch out of the way. We got good roots. Then I'm just gonna put this soil right over the crown. That way we cover it up good. We'll allow moisture to get up into the plant. I'm gonna put this other zinnia right here next to it. I guarantee you these plants have not read any books, so they don't know whether or not this is supposed to work. But this allows us to experiment. We've been blessed with some really pretty blooms, but I'd like to have a few more. We just take the lower leaves off and the suckers, let the air circulate down in here. And then that's what we get. We also have a beet growing in here between them, and we got all kind of intercropping. I know I still have some straight rows. Old habits are really kind of hard to break. Although, we are just kind of chaos gardening. Things are growing where they need to grow. We got all kind of things growing together. As long as you remember that biology, you stick with that, you should be okay. Experiment and have some fun. Ooh. Now that's a big boy. We'll come get those in a minute. And yes, it does look like we're planting in some straight rows, but if you remember, I made a W here, and we just threw seeds out. We got corn, I've got carrot, got beets, got beans, and right here we've got some green tomatoes that came up on their own, along with some turmeric and some carrots. We've already pulled 3 or 4 really nice carrots. And we're already starting our second or third round here on the trellis. We got some beans growing and a sunflower. And yeah, I'm gonna have to set that trap. That groundhog's been in here eating leaves. Where I've got the purple sweet potato patch, we have this watermelon volunteer. We also have this tomato volunteer. This watermelon's growing all the way into the peppers. And one of the main reasons I start with some straight rows is so when this fills in, we at least have some walkways. And you definitely want to plant what you want to eat. If you remember our carrot hack carrots, they're coming along pretty well. You know, we started these under cardboard not too long ago. We're going to come out here and plant some more. I want to plant all summer long. And when you look over here, we got a sunflower, we got green beans, we've got parsley, we got basil, we got Swiss chard, we've got peanuts, we've got a volunteer tomato, our corn's finishing up, more sweet potatoes, another bean, amaranth, a cherry tomato, and we got loofah sponges coming up the outside. And not to mention our tropical turmeric patch. Thing is, you want to grow what you like. Nope, not yet. But this cantaloupe, that's getting close. The cantaloupe's just like the squash. We're gonna let the leaf die back, and then it'll peel off right there. We got another nice one right here. Oh, and this mint. This mint is beautiful. Oh, we got several more down in here. And I see tomatoes that need to come to the house. And if you follow some basic observations like onions don't do well with beans, pretty much everything else does pretty well together. Right here, we got 2 of the 3 sisters going on. And we're gonna go ahead and plant more corn tomorrow, and I hope you join me for that. The one thing I have found is if you put a thick layer of mulch over your soil and you just leave it alone, It creates enough life, bacteria and fungus to provide everything your plants need. It also keeps the ground cool enough that when it's 100 degrees outside, the plants themselves don't mind that kind of temperature. It's the roots, it's the ground that's getting beat by that sun. When you keep that temperature moderated, your plants will grow fine no matter what the temperature is outside. When it cools off, as long as that soil's warmer, they'll continue to grow. You can extend your growing season. You can start your growing season a little sooner. You can plant whatever you want, whenever you want throughout the summer. The plants didn't read the book, and as long as you provide them with an environment that they're okay in, you're gonna do okay. I plant enough that we can share. We just talked about the groundhog, but he's just eating leaves. He ain't gonna hurt the tubers. If you look right here, we've got all kind of beet leaves coming off of these stems, and we got seed pods, and this whole area is gonna be covered with beets, just like right in there is covered with kale. And you can do this too. But until next time, remember, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and God bless you. Come on, let's plant.
Let's go plant garden.